So, a video response about the old and new-ish Street Fighter community. I used to do these a lot more, and the first person who really got me to post a video, if you check way back, was a post by Laswaga, who I just happened to find. I can't even remember how I found him. I just found him, and I found just this rant that he did, and I was like, I'll reply to it. And then I subscribed to him, and then through him I found like Dayasha, and I found Lupa, and I found Free One Up, and I found all these guys. And I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. You know, I'll watch these guys. Maybe I'll get better. I'll start posting my matches. You know, on my crappy little webcam. Um, and I'm not much even those videos I really don't commentate much. Um, Usually get my honest reactions, but not commentate. Oh god. The fucking... Was it Game Neo? I really should have looked that up beforehand. I think it was Game Neo who we had this FNEX versus team match, and they put me against arguably their best player, which compared to everyone else that was on our team, I just felt I was the worst player. I was the Forte. Still am the Forte. And I remember just getting so pissed off that. But anyway, okay. Community-wise. The first couple videos I started watching were from DSP. Because he was just blamming out so many Street Fighter videos that I was like, okay, there's a lot of videos and maybe I can watch and learn something, because there was no recorded matches, there weren't a whole lot of streams, you really didn't get much, and a majority of my info, because I really didn't like SRK forums, ended up being YouTube and watching YouTube matches. And he had a lot of them. And so through him, I started watching everyone, and you just pick up, you know, different people, you know, through just watching videos. You get links, you get suggestions. Sometimes you just find people, and really, like, I watched them, and sometimes I'd reply and make, you know, video replies and stuff. But I ended up just starting to make the videos because I don't know. It was something fun. It was something I got to do. I had previously made a lot of anime music videos before, and I really wanted to get back into video editing and just messing around with video. And I figured this would be a good jumping off point. And I just recorded matches as I played them and uploaded them, occasionally edited them, and like the Microsoft free video editor crap thing. But I enjoyed it, and there was a lot of hype for different things. When it was kind of like what Dayasha on one of the live streams called out DSP and told everyone to like blam like his newest video where he's talking about, I think it was a DSP looks through his like inbox or whatever, and he just said like everyone blam him and just spam his video, and I think all of us got banned. I think I'm still banned from his main page, or his original page from that. And I know I still have a picture of it somewhere. If I can find it, I might link it in the video description after I upload it. TKK versus Dayasha, that was fun to watch. Obviously I didn't want to be any part of it because that's beef, and I'm very rarely a beef person. I want to play people to get better. I tend not to call people out, though if I was forced to call anyone out, it would probably actually be Dayasha. The first time I really played these guys, and I was just one of the subs. I was just a guy who followed. I had a web page, I had a YouTube, whatever, and they had their first tournament. which was, I think, a 16-person tournament. And I remember first I played Lumpy, and he was playing with El Fuerte, which, I'll be honest, Lumpy, I'm thankful you chose someone else, because... then I played Brandon Jumper. And they knew Brandon Jumper. They didn't know me. And I remember specifically when we finished the matches. We were on Xbox Live, and that's how we were reporting them. And they asked who'd won, and we said me. And I remember just over Xbox, everyone or the people who were listening to take the results were kind of like, who won? Goggles. What? Really? Just that reaction of no. This guy beat Brandon Jumper? No way. What? But then the semifinals, I played Dayasha, which was actually the match I didn't want to play yet. I was hoping, see, if I can fight this guy or this guy, I have a better chance than if I start off with Dayasha. And then I fought Dayasha. I was like, fuck. And us getting that match together, I remember specifically he said he wasn't in a good mood, because he'd, I guess, just come back and he knew he had to play a match. The connection was laggy as ass. If he still has it, I still have mine up. I don't know if he still has his version of that tournament up. But if it is, I remember him saying that he felt like DSP was lagging his game, or our game, and it was a pretty laggy couple of matches. I remember specifically one of those matches. I remember one match in particular was very laggy. I remember I think I got bodied that match too. And Dayasha ended up coming up 3-1. Best of three. First of three. And it always felt weird, because there were a couple of factors to that I never really felt good about my win or good about my losses. So I always kind of wanted to try and get another best of 3 or best of 5 out of Dayasha, which I'm not sure how that would go. Chun I have a little more practice against. Cammy I have practice against, but Cammy can be a slightly worse matchup for Forte, because Shoryukens are easier to mix up and punish with splashes. Those kicks are not. And those kicks are an ass. And they still got the magical crotch beam in them. She hangs in the air so long, and if you jump right up, you still get hit with the full thing, just from jumping up in her... Yeah, that area. So, not fun. Okay, I need to not do that. I need to not do that after getting injured at work. Okay. Let's make sure to keep this arm down. Oh god, what else? I remember there was a second tournament, and I think I lost to someone first or second round. I remember why. Because I was at the store when they started it, and I was at the front counter at the register with people wanting to record Yu-Gi-Oh! Results. I remember I was just in a bad mood, and I was just way salty midway through the matches. Not that I would have won or lost, but I would have had a better, take on it. But yeah, so I met all those guys. They invited me to FNEX. I still don't know why they invited me to FNEX. I think the reasoning at the time was Shine said that I gave his Goken a fair fight, a good fight, and Burns said something similar. And apparently I got invited in. was still don't know why I'm why I'm around. I really don't go to many tournaments. I'm up in the middle of fucking Maine. I'm still just a stream monster who plays online. I don't have the. I'm not going to travel down to New York for a tournament when, I've got crap to do and not a lot of money. Goodness, biggest reason the Street Fighter community's kind of died a lot more, I would actually attribute that to when Super came out, and there was the replay channel and there was save matches. Because before, there'd be hype between all these matches because you knew they were playing them live. You'd get honest reactions immediately. Whereas you could now be lazy, which I am guilty of this, quite guilty of this. You could be lazy and just replay matches. Which the fact that isn't available in Marvel vs. Capcom, I think helps Marvel vs. Capcom fighting game community. Street Fighter though was kind of like the cornerstone, so when that took a big hit, everyone else kind of took a hit along with it. And I think with the amount of streams that were going up, the amount of tournaments that were being broadcast online, a lot of the local teams and local scenes popping up, a lot less people had to go to the internet to get that their fix, to get their matches and experience, and they can now go to their local scene or load up this weekend's tournament or Wednesday's tournament and just watch those. I want to attribute to anime, but I don't want to, because anime for me was really hype when I was in college and a little after college, because it wasn't mainstream. It was still hard to get to. I still have my Captain Ginyu to midway through Boo on VHS straight, because it was the only way I could watch it. I didn't have cable, I didn't have Cartoon Network, so I had to buy VHSs to watch the damn series. And now that's on Hulu, it's on Netflix, it's on a couple channels, it's more acceptable. You can get plenty of t-shirts and crap at like Hot Topic. And there are a lot more anime conventions popping up. That hype isn't there anymore. Like it's more popular, but now you run into like 16-year-olds who've never seen Cowboy Bebop, and you kind of want to backhand them. Goodness. Now, as far as what it meant to me, the YouTube Street Fighter, fighting game community, it's always been fun, and I've met plenty of people on there. I've met a lot of people through the YouTube community thing. Keeping that channel going kept me interested in the game. Talking to new people kept me interested in the game. As I would talk to those new people, I'd want to then play those new people, get better so I could consistently beat those people, which I've yet to, but it would keep me playing, it would keep me interested. And I've never really backed away from playing Forte. He's the other reason I still play Street Fighter. If it was just all Shotos and charges, I would have no interest. He's dynamic enough, and he just fits how I enjoy playing. So I stick with him, even if to this day I'm still not that comfortable doing Run Stop Fierce on my fight pad, which I'm most comfortable playing most fighting games on. And I've burned through like 5 or 6 of them at this point. Oh goodness. So who have I met through the YouTube thing? Well, it's kept me interested, so I met the local fighting game community, which is the main Fighting Gamers Alliance, and I've gone a couple of their tournaments. I've done decent, not great. Met a couple really good guys there and played them. Met Dayasha, shine and burn. Occasionally I see Alvarez, Brandon Jumper. I'm trying to think who I still play or talk to. Really don't talk too much to the FNEX guys, really, because I don't tend to catch them online very often, or get to play them very often, which unfortunately is my only outlet. It's really I kind of like where it was. I kind of like. I wish there was more of that hype left in it. That'd be great. I would really enjoy that. It's never really gonna be there anymore, but it'd be nice. I feel like I had more to say about this because I've been around since 2009. And I've been consistently posting matches. You know, it's slowed down once in a while, but I've still talked about, fighting games. I've still posted things from Marvel and how much I suck at it, and Cross Tekken, which just sucks in general, and Street Fighter 4. Questioning if I should get Persona 4. Not a whole lot of other fighting games really that I play. But wow. I feel like a full minute of this video is just me kind of go like, I have nothing more to say. But no, I wouldn't be opposed to doing stuff like that now, like older stuff now, like getting on streams and fighting, or challenging people to first to threes or first to fives, posting more matches, posting more strings of live matches as I play them and lose. I have a couple videos I still want to upload. Like I ran into Broly legs, which I thought was kind of cool. And those were some good matches against my forte. I didn't think I never really think I'm going to do well against a tournament player because they have better experience than I am, but no, wasn't that bad. I think that's really all I got. If anyone wants to do something like we used to, I say that like we used to 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I guess. Wow, it was 3 years ago. I'd be fully up for it. Keeping in mind, the weekends tend to be fairly tied up. But Saturdays and some Sundays I can usually still make time. Though I will say, along with the fighting game this past couple years, I've gotten back into my original gaming love, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! If you can't tell by the channel, and I still have to make videos for that, which I don't know why I haven't been putting them up fast. It's not like they're difficult. I've already got 2 more scripted. I just need to shoot them. But yeah, so I'd love to do some of that, in the future. Yeah.